What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's kind of stupid, but I haven't been posting, obviously, and it's because I just don't know what to make videos about. Basically, there's like 1,000 topics I could talk about, but it's like I don't know exactly what you guys want or what is useful to other people. The other day I was talking to my sister Rachel. She reminded me of something that Gary Vee said, which is to document, not create. And I was like, you know what, I like that. I like that. So I've recently been working on this Java application, and I won't go into a whole bunch of details about Java, but I'm just working on styling the thing right now. So we have a few web pages, and I finished styling some of them last night, and then so today I'm just gonna finish the rest of it and just kind of explain things as I go. So cool. I guess I'll also give you guys like a status update on this coronavirus thing. As you may or may not know, I talked about it in my last video, but I'm a student at UC full-time right now. I've been taking 4 classes basically. They're actually all online right now, so this coronavirus thing hasn't really affected that. Now, I've also been working part-time at a company here in Cincinnati as a full-stack developer. This outbreak has actually caused a little bit of change with that, but not too much. I'm fortunate enough that I was able to basically take home my laptop, this bad boy here, and basically just do my work from home every day or so. I hop on a call or two and basically meet with my team. Last week was kind of my first week of doing that, and it went pretty good. But yeah, it's alright. Like I sleep right over there, and I just get up and hop over here and open this bad boy up and start working, and I can just be in my pajamas all day. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys this application real quick and explain the idea behind it, and then be writing some CSS and styling the thing and explaining my thought process. Okay, so for anyone who cares, I'm using IntelliJ for this project. Let's just load them out. Before we start this thing, I also need to start a Docker container, and this Docker container is basically my database. I already had Docker installed on my computer, so it was really easy to just start a Docker container rather than having to go through all this download stuff. That's why I'm using Docker, is because I already had it installed. So we'll just wait for that to start up, and then we can start the Docker container, and then we can start an application which requires a database connection to be open for it to connect to. If there's no database, it won't start. It'll just fail. Docker start quad 4. That's the name of the application. MySQL. Okay, go here and hit this debug button, start with debugger, and that'll start it. This should just take a second. I'm going to open my Chrome. Okay, so as you can see, it started here on ports 8080, Chrome, and say localhost 8080. This is the page I styled all of yesterday. Okay, so this application is taken from it was actually my dad's idea, and he made a Palm Pilot app that utilized I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I'll flip the screen so that you guys can read this, but The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. This guy developed this method for basically creating tasks for yourself. Over here on the top left, you have important tasks and urgent tasks. Beside that, you have your important tasks and not urgent tasks. And then below that, you have your not important and urgent and not important and not urgent. And then from that, you can prioritize your tasks. My dad took that idea, created an app out of it. Now I am basically just doing the same thing, except with a Java application. So yeah, this is actually a really great book, so I would recommend it. If you like quarantined or something, or at home and bored, this is a pretty cool book. I would definitely recommend it. So that's the idea of the app. So I'm going to basically start on this this page. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll basically update you guys on my progress. updated this. Still looks quite terrible. There's some weird scrolling issues. I just need to basically add some labels and make this look kind of similar to these things here. So I'm going to keep working on this, and yeah. Okay, so as you can see on this page, there's these checkboxes here. I don't really like them. I'd rather them be like little switches. Let me show you one. This, by the way, is Ant Design. We use it in our React applications at work, and it has all these really nice components, just kind of like ready to go, so that we don't have to worry about styling very much. We just have to worry about basically putting these components in place and then like connecting them up with data and stuff. So what I want to use instead of a checkbox is kind of these guys, which everyone is kind of used to. So I'm going to look for one that is not React, because what I'm using here is basically just straight HTML and CSS. Yeah, so I basically just need to look for a pure HTML and CSS version of this switch right here. So I'm going to do a little research and find one and throw it in. Okay, so I found one here on CodePen by this guy named Morgan Carter. Shout out Morgan. I'm basically going to take this and throw it into my code. Looks not too bad. Yeah, I'll do that. Done is I basically took this guy right here. It wasn't working in my application, so I basically just took the concept and created my own. So now we just need to test it here. Toggle test, and this still looks terrible, but I'm just going to test these, and I'm going to hit save. Okay, and yeah, that worked. Both of these are true, so yeah, that worked great actually. So now I'm just going to go ahead and style the rest of it. So I think I got this in a pretty good place. It's pretty simple. You have your nice field. I want to get rid of that black border. These fields are nice checkboxes. I'd like this to go maybe a little bit darker when I hover over it or something like that. Cursor also needs to be a pointer. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. Got that working. This no longer has the weird border. These are nice, and when you hover over this, it goes slightly darker, which is nice. So now what I need to do is style this page to look similar to the other page. I think I got it in a really good spot. Basically, this is what the form looks like. This is new task, and it is not important, but it is urgent. Save. On this page, it's basically a kind of like a read-only page, text, and these little status boxes which tell you what is checked or not. So for all my Git repository stuff, I use an application called Fork. It's free to use, and it's pretty minimal, as you can see. It has some good options. You can kind of, basically helps you visualize the branches and all that, and it gives you a good outline of all the branches that have been opened up and then merged in, and all the commits that have been made. So it's a really nice tool. I use this at work as well. So what I'll do here is, these are all my changes. So I will select all of them, hit stage, enter a commit message, and then I'll hit commit, and I will go ahead and push, and then that's it. You can see it here, and it looks like my teammate here also made an update to master, so I'll bring that down. Overall, I'm really liking this this application. So from like a UI standpoint, let's say you enter a new task. This UI here doesn't shift a whole lot, so it's almost like your brain doesn't have to readjust and reread the entire page. The text and the high importance and high urgency, those data points, you could say, are in the same position. So if I hit save, just watch the UI page. It doesn't change around a whole lot. It almost changes around none at all, besides these just going into little boxes. This pretty much stays the same. The labels are the same, and I think that's pretty important for like a UI standpoint. So yeah, that's about it for me. If you guys have any questions on this, or this is kind of a different style of what I'm doing. It's more of like I'm almost like vlogging while coding, which is a little weird. But if you guys like this style, let me know. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below. If you would like me to go into the details of the actual Java code, I can do that. But I thought, hey, most people don't write Java. You know, the UI part of it might be a little bit more interesting, and I would have a little bit more to say about it. Because once again, I'm mainly a JavaScript developer, not a Java developer. And the two are very different. So once again, if you have any questions or comments, or you want to see more of these type of videos, which is documenting rather than creating, shout out my sister Rachel. I'll put her Instagram somewhere over in this section. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.